Bruh.
Hello, traders. How y'all doing today? Pause this damn music. I'm trying to get this crap to stabilize. What the hell?
Bruh.
Like, get your stabilization on over here. It just doesn't want to do it. We're almost below 10% though. Looks like it has attempted to stabilize. Yeah, I can't. Oh, good. And then I say that and it drops to freaking 3,000 KBSs out of nowhere. Oh, now it's like 1,000. Oh my god. I spoke too soon. Well, now we're creeping back up over 10. It's got to get below 10 for me to start it, because otherwise it's just going to be fest 3,000, and we don't want to do that. Come on, you bitch. I'm literally the only one in the house, and then I just lost 90% of the KBSs. It's just like, I don't know why it does that shit, dude. It's so frustrating. And you call them, of course, and they're like, oh, yeah, it does look like it's working bad. And then all of a sudden you get off the phone with Spectrum, and then it works really good. You're like, oh, okay. God damn it. Let me pull it up on my phone, see what it's looking like. Yep, just testing here, testing 1 2, testing 1 2 3. Hibbida hibbida hoobida ha. Just testing here still. Yeah, it's a little choppy, but it doesn't look like I have a choice. I'm probably just gonna run with it and see what happens. Yep. Damn it, you internet bitch. Well, oh well. What am I gonna do? I can't do shit. It looks like it doesn't want to go below 10. I'm just gonna go fast. It's hot as hell in my office anyway. My AC's broke. It's like 90 degrees in here, so. All right, let's go. What's up? Z-Rex. We're live-ish. stupid frame problems. It seems to be a regular occurrence, but let's just get into it. Who cares? Probably should be able to get the gist out. If it really sucks after I do it, I'll do a pre-recorded, or I'll just do a recorded video, whatever. It's all good. Here we go. Jump into it. Mama Bear, what are you doing? Nice reaction so far. Got up to about 35K. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that it's kind of trying to stabilize back above the red line here at about 32.5, like just underneath 33K. So that's kind of cool. What do we got here? Bear's still pretty dominant though. And yeah, I mean that 35,000 handle up to about 37. There's gonna be a lot of resistance there. You can see Mama's flattened out over here. So yeah, this horizontal is definitely for real. But you know, we are still barely have this bullish divergence on the daily. It's way more better seen over here on the futures. This is very textbook on the 3-day, so we did get a little bit of a rally off that. Is that all we're gonna get from this though? Man, if you're a bull, I hope not. Getting rejected at the 200 and this horizontal on the futures, which is a little higher than spot. It's about 34.2. So yeah, I mean, we're not out of the woods yet. Again, the daily's got to do something better, and it's been that way for over a month now. And so we just don't have it quite yet. Futures, we got that bullish divergence. We do have the bulls attempting to get into the neutral zone on DMI, but it's still just not super sexy yet. I think the 2-day closes today, doesn't it? Yes, it does. I mean, 2-day, as long as, I mean, closing green like this isn't too terrible. And the 3-day, does it close today as well? Yes, it does. Okay, so 3-day, we'd really like to see not close below the this body here, like 33.3 or so. So possible, you know, this is possible that this gives us a little rally up into the higher 30s, but you know, we just still don't have any good data to support that yet. Yeah, Bear's still pretty dominant on the lower time frames. But for a little bit of hopium, I mean, it is nice that we're attempting to find support. The bulls are attempting to find support in the mid 32,000 range, right around this red horizontal. So that's pretty decent. Ethereum bouncing off the 200, but so far getting rejected from that about 2K level. Let's zoom in a little bit, man. Yeah, right to it. RSI is attempting to regain its dominance, but you know, maybe that just gets us up to like 2100 or something. Again, man, we got a lot of work to do for bulls on this thing. It is just, it's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal daily close. I mean, until we really close back above like 2200 on some daily candles, this isn't really super great. I mean, very bearish reads here so far. Yeah, about 20, maybe 21 might do it, but I'd really like to see 22. Futures, no bearish or a bullish divergence on this. Just very, very ugly pattern on the futures chart. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, you do have the same kind of thing. Lower time frames are attempting to get some momentum going, and I mean, this candle right here is technically engulfing this, so as long as it's holding on to about mid 1800s, it's all right. It's okay. It's trying to base out. We go back below like 1850-ish though, I mean, it's probably going to come back and test these lows, and then again, that 21 might do it, but 22 would look a little more better. Litecoin just chilling way down here. Let's see if this daily can close like that. Maybe it gets us a little bit of love to go back up to around 150. But I mean, it's just not super sexy yet by any means. Yeah, I mean, same kind of thing. Barely trying to regain the strength in the 10 simple. Now, I guess to be pretty fair, it's the first couple candles since one attempt right here, and it's not smashing down like it did after it got pressed into it back over here. Is that the same on Bitcoin? Let's go look. Yeah, same thing. So we're up at the 21. So bulls are attempting to do something right here. And again, anything though back below, you know, 31.5, even probably just 32 flat is going to look pretty gnarly. Ethereum Classic, probably about the same shit. Yep, all the oscillators are looking real similar. find a little support off of here. I mean, that's okay, and this daily is about to engulf as long as it closes above about 39.50. Yeah, if that happens, we probably can get a run up to 50-ish bucks, but, you know, again, these dailies just got a lot of work to do, man. Weekly, it's about $43. Yeah, so weekly, if that could go above 43, yeah, maybe we get some follow through on that, because that is just sitting right around the 21 EMA. I mean, this thing got so far away. I mean, it was, look at that. It was 76% away on a weekly 10 simple. Like, that's crazy, man. Yeah, it was here is about 60%, but 70%, I mean, that is super, super rare. And you can see that's a little bit frotho. How about even on the day? Wow, even on the daily, it was 65% away from the 10 simple, which we were looking at this in the last videos too. That was one of the most extreme moves, but now it's down 80%. So maybe it bases here. I don't know. We don't have anything giving us that just quite yet. This is decent. If we start seeing some engulfing candles down here like this on the dailies and get back over those horizontals, that shit, we probably come back up into the ranges on most of these coins. So far, I mean, that's pretty decent candle. Yeah, kind of same structure. We don't want any rejections here. Bulls need to start pumping through this like today and tomorrow for sure, or it probably will just roll back over. XLM, yeah, not too great. Attempting to do a little doji bottom with some follow through. Not the ugliest thing just based off candles. Nothing on the oscillators though. I mean, even on this low time frame, you really ain't got it. Even like cracker time frames, not even there. On the super crack time frames though, we do have the 200 recrossed the 377. So if the bulls are, this is showing more stuff kind of with the narrative. If the bulls are going to step it in and step it up, they need to really do it from these levels right here. And that doesn't mean that it's just going to be moon time at all. That's just probably gets us back into the stupid ranges. Yay. Dot, yeah, dot is pretty heavy here. It's getting already rejected from this little cluster so far. So anything back below 13 bucks probably comes back here to 8 something. We really gotta, let's see, zoom in. Yeah, I mean, it's getting worked on this 10 simple right now. So there's not really anything there until it gets back above about $17. ADA. ADA is bouncing nicely off this horizontal. And it's not really that much though. This is still pretty ugly and mostly heavy reads. I mean, look at this daily is in chronological order. I mean, this is a bearish as bearish gets on the daily read here. What about the weekly? I mean, the weeklies are barely holding on to the 21 EMAs on some of these, so it's trying, but man, anything back below like $1.10, I think we go back to $1 and probably lower. This thing, yeah, this is not the super sexy chart right here. Link, also same shit, man. Link below 20, not very sexy. Not very sexy at all. Right here on the Mama, though. Will Mama save everybody? You know, Bitcoin has that same thing, too. Will Mama provide some love here to get us back up into maybe, you know, halfway back up to these sell-offs the last month or so? Possibly. The dailies are starting to kind of put in that posturing, but not on EOS. EOS looks pretty shitty, sub 380 to $4. A lot of resistance there. Bitcoin Cash holding on to the 377. That's actually a pretty decent spot to be stalling right on the Mama too. See if this weekly can get back above like 520. If that could happen, probably look for another run up into the lower mid sixes. But again, I mean, that's not going to get us out of the woods though on these formations. This is actually a decent candle. If we close like this here in another hour or so, maybe we can get up to about 160. Yeah, that weekly, though. Yeah, the weekly needs to rally pretty hard, or that's a very nasty candle. Monero, same crap, bouncing off this previous consolidations for the blow-off on the very low end of this range. And, you know, I mean, as long as it's holding about 180, 200, it's okay. But man, I don't know. I just want these dailies to kick back and look way more sexy, because right now they're just doing bearish resets and continuation patterns. So kind of sucks for bulls. Chilling right here, 120. Anything below 120s is probably still very bearish. I mean, even up to about 135-ish. I mean, we got a lot of work to do on this. Let's zoom in, see if there's anything. Probably the same kind of posturing. Maybe if it can load. There it goes. Yeah. Yeah, no, not great. Already kind of getting rejected from this low over here, so, yeah, not too sexy. Dash. Yeah, Dash is getting held by the mama almost perfectly so far. That's pretty much the best thing that we can look for, or that bulls can look for, because I don't really have any positions on right now. Very lovely bounce on Dogecoin here. Let's just go to the dollar pairing. Damn, right to this horizontal and the 200 yesterday. Spinning little doji on the bottom, which is a type of bottoming candle sometimes, especially if you get some follow through like this. So this is actually, man, this is a pretty big runoff there. Wow, 60% off the lows. So Dogecoin is probably okay above about 17, 18 cents. If we start ticking below 17 pennies, I would look for us to come down a little bit further on this. And we can measure a fib retracement off this nice 5-penny consolidation zone. Let's see what that puts us at. Oh yeah, that is about the 618 where we're at. Oh wow, and then the okay, so that's probably why those horizontals are there. So we are pretty range bound between about upper 20s and the mid-teens. And really, I'd ratchet that up, like I just said, to about 17 pennies. Anything back below 17, I would start to get a little more bearish on the Doge. Congrats to anybody that scooped some down here on these lows. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, yeah. Didn't have orders resting. I caught some of the last Doge dumps, but I got this one over here. But yeah, I didn't get this one over here. Missed it. It's all good. Can't get them all. Hex is holding above its 21 EMA. It's crazy on the daily. I mean, until it really closes a daily below like 7.5 pennies, then you could look for probably like 6-ish area. But man, it looks pretty damn good. All right, let's go to ES. Because ES is doing something kind of interesting. A little stalling candle today. Not that sexy. Kind of rolling over a little bit. Let's go to NASDAQ. Had a little follow through, I think. No, just kind of dojiing out right at the top part of this wedge. So it's not the best. No good momentum either on the oscillators. Already kind of giving it up too. I mean, as long as it's holding up about 14.2, it's okay. But man, yeah. It kind of sucks that like the Dow isn't really doing, it didn't get any follow through. The Russell's kind of just chilling right underneath this very well respected horizontal at like low 2300s. It's only been above that for about 8 to 10 trading days, so yeah, it's not great. And you don't have any of the momentum either. What about 3 hour if we zoom in? Yeah, don't really have. We do have it on RSI, but we don't have it on DMI. And if we go to Dow, the best thing about these is just these engulfing type. I mean, this one doesn't have it. The NASDAQ's been looking pretty good. But these engulfing type candles, that's like the best thing that we've got going for the Russell, ES, and the Dow. So as long as the Dow's kind of holding up about 22, Russell's about 2280 and the Dow's at about 33.7, it's okay. Anything back below that, though, I would look for continuation and probably a breach of this lower area. I mean, this is kind of just retesting this inverted Adam and Eve. So this is like what a regular one would look like here. You got the A and then like the E. And so the measured move is roughly about where this horizontal is. But I mean, if this keeps getting rejected right here, it's probably going to get follow through to the downside. Russell, hold on real quick. Where's it gonna fucking come over every time? though.
Yeah, so I heard you had electricity came in and the outside's not running on.
Yeah, it's not kicking on. He rechecked all his wiring and he's got voltage everywhere. Right at the whatever you call it, the blower and the condenser. So he's like, man, I don't know what else to do.
I'll check it out.
Okay, cool, man. All right, sorry about that. AC guy just got over here. Anyway, so yeah, 23. Yeah, it needs to really close. I'd like to see the weekly close above that level. You can see there's never been an open and close above 23.5. So if we do get an open and close above 23.5, I would look for easy target to 24 and probably higher, because this is a very long consolidation. But definitely an interesting spot here just to be chilling. And so we already did that one. Dow Jones is kind of weak too. I mean, there's nothing bullish about this chart right now, not even on the lower time frames. So VIX got just absolutely monkey hammered. Man, look at this thing. Since Monday, just gave it all up, man. Even opened way up high, and then all that fear just got sucked out. Yeah, blew through this. I mean, so that bodes well for a little bit of continuation in markets, to be fair. Oil, kind of just still chilling out here. It does have this little shooting star doji. So, man, that's a little bearish. Anything sub 74 bucks, which is funny. That's 64 was that main area back over here. So now 74 looks to be like some pretty good resistance. We don't get back above 74 within the next week. I'd probably look for some pretty significant downside, maybe to about 70 flat. If bulls really want to hold on to this, they probably won't let it break much below the 71 handle. So the oil's in a very precarious spot here. Little HVP flash also with a shooting star with some follow through. Yeah, so sub 74, even really 73.60 is a little bit bearish on oil. Bonds still kind of basing here, so this is very interesting to me that bonds are kind of finding support in the low 159 area. This candle isn't the sexiest, but I mean, all the oscillators are bullish. I mean, this is a perfect read for a continuation signal right here. So if this starts picking up, you could definitely, not guarantee, but it becomes a lot more highly probable that the markets are just dead cat bouncing and are going to have some continued rollover. This thing is just real, I mean, it can't be more neutral in the middle here. Nothing really to talk about on that. TNX kind of just chilling here. I mean, this is kind of bearish setup on the lower term time frames below like 155. If bonds want to get rolling, I could probably see this thing getting tested to like the 120s. Dixie kind of trying to base out. It did go back to it. Wow, getting support off the 200 and the trend line here. That's interesting for Dixie today. Okay, how about the weekly? Oh man, yeah, it'd be nice to see an open and close firmly above the mama here, which would be, I mean, it's barely hanging on now. More like 91.80 would be better. But this is a decent reaction so far, as long as it's holding about like 91.40. It looks okay. Euro's kind of in, you know, same posturing, sub like 119 half. You can see bears even are confirming that with this candle here. Yeah, they're trying. Still need a little more time for that to digest. This is a little bit bearish now. This failed kind of rally. Anything back below 1510, man. I'm sorry, not 1510. Derp. 15.4. Anything back below that. Man, DAX is kind of like all over the place. What's the weekly look like? The weekly is okay. This candle isn't the sexiest. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's holding like 15.4-ish, it's all right. But it is starting to look like a little dead cat bounce and kind of resetting for continuation. Yeah, anything back below like 15.4 and definitely 15.320, I'd be looking for testing these lows over here. Probably Way upper 14Ks. Shanghai is rallying pretty nice off these. Will it get some continuation? It actually does look pretty good, to be fair. Man, anything back above 36, I would look for probably some new local highs on this guy, or at least testing up here to 37. Very nice bounce so far from that. Gold just chilling right here, not doing shit. That 377 is acting like a wall. Hardcore wall on gold. Yeah, going real flat. The bulls have creeped back in slightly, so they are attempting right now to take the reins back on the gold. So that is interesting. And this weekly, man, if we could close the weekly back above like 1785-ish and definitely anything above 1800, I would look for continuation to the mid-18s. But right now, the daily doesn't have any sexiness. It's only on the really low time frames where the bulls are starting to creep in here in the last 24 hours. Silver showing kind of the same thing. Daily on silver is atop its 200, so that's a lot better. Way more relative strength against its own oscillators and MAs. And this is still very intact in this ascending triangle, so it looks very well okay above 25. I'll probably put on some silver positions tomorrow, especially if we dip. Platinum, yeah, coming right up to the underbelly of the trend line, so probably expect a little bit of selling there. Maybe the mama can provide support here. Anything back up over 1100, pretty much. Yeah, 1100 flat, really, I think would get us back up to probably 1150, 1170-ish. Then have to reassess from there. Palladium, nice bounce off the 200. A lot of resistance though at 2700, so just need some more time on that. And world markets are looking like the Russell, just nothing, just boring nothingness. Any continuation on some of these Bitcoin, MicroStrategy? Nope. Riot? Nope. Oh, IDEX bouncing hard off the mama. Overstock looks like it's about to do some continuation here. Man, yeah, Overstock gets back over 95 bucks. I will definitely take a stab at this. This looks pretty nice. Oh, look at that. Nice jump for Coinbase, but still getting worked by this 10 and 21. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it still doesn't even have shit on the 3 hour yet, so Coinbase is close, man. Just looking left, as long as it's holding about 210, it's okay. And it's actually kind of getting a little bit attractive as it goes sideways right here to me. So wait to see what the end of this week does. Then maybe, whoops. Maybe we'll jump in on that. A lot of EV stocks today. Pumped pretty damn good. NIO's up. Cars ETF, you can kind of see there. There's another one called Drive, E-Car. They're all kind of rallying pretty decently. Tesla had a pretty good run today, but look where it is, right up against the trend line, going all the way back to the beginning of the year. So if it breaks this thing, man, you can probably look for a pretty good target of the 618 cluster right here in about low 700s. But we need confirmation on that because this is just the first attempt of that. And there is kind of this other little trend line, kind of like this here as well. So see how that kind of plays out. Probably a good trade coming up on Tesla here pretty soon. BlackBerry, I do like how this is just chilling right on the 221. It's just hanging out, man, getting squeezed. Daily still very dominant, actually. How about 3 hour? 3 hours a little confused. We got them battling. Bulls and bears are battling right now in the power zone. That happens a lot right before earnings, and I think it's after the close tomorrow. So I might put on a stab for BlackBerry and see if we can get some hyped up earnings pumping for tomorrow. So we can talk about that mañana. But yeah, not too bad for that. What do sector majors do? Yeah, pretty flat. Most stuff is just like less than 1%. There's a couple outliers, XOP, but yeah, not really that great. Let's actually look at energy stocks real quick. Energy stocks. Damn, a lot of actually rallying with oil just chilling. So, that's interesting. Let's go look at solar stuff. And then I'm going to wrap it up. Because it is freaking hot in here, man. Oh, nice pop on some solar stuff. Some power, dude. This one looks really good. Riding this trend line right here, this one looks super sexy. I like that a lot. 3 hour probably looks real good. Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, that one's nice. That one's okay. That one sucks. This one just, dude, what the shit, dude? It is getting a little volatility flash, though, on a high, so got to be a little careful on that one. This is getting a little extended. First solar looks like it wants to come up here to like 83, 84. Really has to pass like 90 to really get going, but yeah, still holding that. Tan looking really nice. I do like these kind of slow grinds, and kind of like how we were just looking at Tesla. Tesla has a similar chart pattern to this, right? So it's kind of grinding around the 200 daily and just doing this slow squeeze, and then it gets that little pop out of there. So we're kind of getting a couple similar, positions there. Man, this one is breaking out. This one has looked really good since we started really looking at solar stuff last week. Just, man, getting major continuation. Thought you'd get some downside to maybe get into a position here, but it's just wanting to take off. Window, I do like window. I think that this one is going to give us an opportunity for some longs. I don't have any yet, but I am waiting probably for this week, kind of see how this 3 hour builds up. But, you know, this thing got monkey hammered. It's down like 83, 81%. So, and I do kind of just like it right here against the local lows. And you also have this one here before the takeoff at around $6. So I like that. I'm just seeing if we can maybe get a little bit closer down to 6. And then I'll nibble on that for sure. I do have this one, knee. This one's kind of not the best close today. I just got some options on it. Yeah, if it starts breaking down anymore, I'll probably have to let it go. If we lose like $72, I'll probably have to let that one fly. Alright, I think that's it. I'm going to wrap up. Bitcoin, Mama Bear, let's go. Let's close above here. Don't be weak and be a bitch. If this thing comes back below and closes like below 32.5, that would be probably continuation to the downside. But right now, it's trying. The bulls are trying to get going here, but it's just a little too early to tell. Yeah, we've gotten some nasty, gnarly bounces off these lows, like, you know, XRP and Doge most notably. And I'm sure there's some other ones. If we went over here to Coin Checkup and looked at this list, yeah, there's going to be probably a lot of 20%ers. Man, Filecoin, let's go look at those, actually. I haven't looked at that in a while, as I get distracted already. Sol, oh my gosh, File just got absolutely decimated. But this is a really good support zone right here, to be fair, between like 35 and 45. So, yeah, I mean, shit. I never was looking at this one. A lot of resistance, though, at 60. So it looks like it's going to probably be between like 40 and 60 is the range on this biatch. STX, Storage J. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Alright, I'm starting to sweat some bullets here. Let's for real wrap it up. Bitcoin, let's close above this red. Alright, we still got the bullish divergence on 3 steps. So usually this will usher in a move at least to the 21 EMA. So that's a pretty good run, you know, about $5 from here. That's generally what you do see from this structure. That doesn't mean it's out of the woods yet, though. But it would be a nice start for something to get excited about for bulls. Ethereum, I mean, really needs to get back over 22. And definitely hold on to about 1850. Anything back below 1850, I do think we come down another, $300 to $600, man. So, pretty brutal move here. 60%. Ouch! Alright, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for tuning in. I know this is probably going to be a little bit choppy of a stream. My kilobytes have sucked ass, so if it really sucks, then maybe I'll just do a quick recorded rapid-fire video. But until then, much love. I'll see y'all guys. Mañana. Peace.